let's see what's going to come in 2024.
I mean, like these things don't disappear; they just have
Yeah.
their
Yeah,
cycles.
they're like
And
they're hype, right?
yeah, and I mean, the people really excited about AI, thinks that the development arc is going to be more exponential
Mm-hmm.
versus before, because I believe it was 2018 was the last time that AI was hyped. And maybe it won't be every 4, 5 years. Maybe it'll be shorter.
Mm-hmm.
But even at that time, it was all stuff that took a decade to develop, and then it came out. And I do think the utilities are interesting. I'm also an AI fatalist, so I don't think anything good will really come of it in the long term for society.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I think all
interesting.
the upside is just going to be in the short to medium term. And we're going to benefit from it and have all the enjoyment of it. But I think it's going to be like the social media
It's an
thing. It's going to
interesting
be
take.
all great in the beginning and it had lots of wonderful stuff. And then we find out 15 years later that it's really just bad for us.
Uh-huh.
So I think a lot of that's going to happen, not just on a societal point of view. I think socially and culturally, it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I also think that if you just follow the money, like my thesis for everything is just follow the money. And
It's a
so
good
if,
thesis.
and so like if you just look at where all the money is coming from for it, where it's being sunk into and what it's developing, it's mostly a certain type of industry that I won't mention, but and that industry's job is not ideally, good things in the long term. So I'm a little bit more, I would say, cynical about AI, but I do think up front, in the small to medium term, it's all going to be great and nice. And we're not going to know till it's probably much, much later.
Yeah.
And just no way to regulate it globally.
No way. I think that we have a big problem on the regulation front. I agree. But I think that there's a lot of low-hanging fruit, but maybe only on the short to medium term, like what artificial intelligence can do with like the amount of data that we have is something very powerful. So